How's it going, dudes? Feel wacky today? Here's my wacky hat. I'm an Iron Man. Alright. So, here's what we got. Dude, that's a lot of ha-ha-has. Alright, whatever. Today's lecture is going to kind of come off the top of my head. I'm kind of going to reference a few things. But I finished making your final exam. And your final exam is a lot of questions. It's got a lot of pieces to it. And the thing I wanted to tell you is there's a few things that I don't think our curriculum has covered about lines that I really want to make sure that you guys get. So in this lecture and on Friday's lecture, what I'll probably do is do a lot of examples on three concepts. I believe it's three concepts. Let me just kind of... yeah. Three concepts. We'll go with this one. Okay, four concepts that I think is really important that I haven't covered on lines, but it will appear on your final exam, so you guys need to make sure you guys see this stuff. Okay? The first thing is we're going to talk about this concept of parallel lines. Can't see that. Parallel lines. Parallel lines. Now, parallel lines, you see parallel lines all the time in the real world. Parallel lines are basically two lines that go side by side each other. They don't even need to be right next to each other. They don't even need to be side by each other. They just need to be kind of, I don't know. The point is they go on forever. If they were to go on forever, they will never touch. That's the parallel line. We usually symbolize that by the number 11. P-A-R, is it E? Parallel? I spelled it right. Yeah, all right. Parallel lines, they usually symbolize it by the number 11 because the number 11 is a pair of parallel lines. That's not really number 11. Technically, we symbolize it like this. I guess maybe it's closer than number 11, but it's basically, you can see it. These are two lines that are parallel. Whenever we say two lines are this symbol, we mean that they're parallel. Here's the thing about parallel lines. It's pretty easy to understand the idea behind parallel lines. I think, what is the best way to teach the parallel lines? Let's try graphing something. When I taught you lines, I taught you y equals mx plus b. So, remember, I'm making up this lecture off the top of my head. I'm just gonna try it and see what we got. Y equals mx plus b. Let's try y equals 2x plus 1. All right? So if I want to graph y equals 2x plus 1, that's pretty straightforward. The y-intercept is 1. The slope is 2. So that means I'll start off here at 1. And I know that that's a point that's on that graph. And I want to graph this thing, so the slope is up 2 across 1. So it's up 2 across 1. There you go. Here's your next point. All right. Are we cool with that? That's my line. That's pretty straightforward. Now what I want to do is I want to figure out a line that is parallel to this line. Now, if I start over here, let's start at -2. Okay? What kind of slope would I have if my line is exactly parallel to this line over here? Does that make sense? So I want to figure out the equation. What is the equation y equals mx plus b of a line that is parallel to this line? And I said, well, let's start off with a line that is mx minus 2, because that's the y-intercept. So in this case, the slope would be, if I went up by 3 and across 1, 1, 2, 3, across 1, okay? And I drew this line right here. The problem that I have here is this line that I drew will cross the original line that I had. You guys see what I mean? I'm trying to make it so that they'll never cross, they'll never touch each other. So I can't have this slope be 3 over 1. That won't work. Let's try a smaller slope. Let's try a slope of maybe 1/4. All right. So that means I go up 1 across 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, this is my line. Here's my question is, will they cross? Will these two lines cross? Will this line touch that line eventually? Yes, no, come on, I need you guys to chime in. Yes, yes it will. It will just cross over here, somewhere around here. So the problem is, I tried a big slope, I tried a small slope. What does the slope of this second line need to be in order for them never to touch? They have to be the exact same. Very good, Justice. That's exactly what they have to be. They have to be, if I take this line and I start here, and I go up 2 and across 1. Yeah, Tejas, come on. In fact, Tejas, actually, don't bring a chair. Just stand right over here. And then close the door all the way. Okay, so check this out. We're doing lines. All you need to do is worry about, don't stand right in front of it because it's hard to see. Try to keep it so that it's white background wherever I write. Got it? Okay. Alright. So we're talking about lines and we're talking about parallel lines. And I said I'm going to graph a line y equals 2x plus 1. That would be this graph right here. That's pretty straightforward. Easy to do, right? Mx plus b,
Yeah.
The b is 1, the m is 2, so it means you go up 2 across 1, up 2 across 1, and all that kind of stuff. Now, I said, give me a parallel line that is a line that is parallel to this one. You know what parallel means, right? Yeah, it means that they'll go on forever and never touch.
Yeah.
That is parallel to this line, but it crosses at -2. So we're starting here, and we tried to figure out what is the slope of this line. And Justice is suggesting, do you know? Do you know what the slope of this line has to be in order for it to go on forever and never touch?
0.
Nope. If the slope were 0, by the way, this hat is getting way hot. If the slope were 0, the line would look exactly like this. That means it would go up nothing across 1.
Oh, okay.
So that's not it.
1?
If we did 1, we could choose 1. You go up 1 across 1, right here, like that.
Uh-huh.
Will they cross?
These two?
Yeah, eventually.
Well, if you're going this way, this one's going out this way, this one's going out this way.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as you bring both of those lines out to infinity, will they cross?
Oh,
Yeah, they will. Look,
Really?
right.
Oh, there. But I thought, okay, yeah. So they're going both directions, we're not just going up this way.
Yeah, we're just talking about in both directions.
Okay.
So, what does the slope of this second line have to be if I wanted to stay away from this line all the time? And Justice is saying that they have to be the same, and I agree with Justice completely. Y equals 2x minus 2.
So there's no way for
Because,
the line to...
yes, exactly. Because if I start here, okay? In fact, here, put your finger over here. All right, you want to try to catch me, all right? Your slope is 2, my slope is 2.
Okay.
I'm going to go up 2, you go up 2. 1, 2. I'm going to go across 1. That means slope 2, right? All right, now let's keep playing this game. You got to catch me.
Okay.
Up 2, across 1. Up 2, across 1. You'll never catch me.
Because you're already ahead of me.
Yeah, because I start off ahead of you,
Yeah.
and then I'll always be just ahead of you.
Yeah.
Now, if I start here,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you can go over there. Now I'll have a slope of 2, and maybe you'll have a slope of 2/3. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no, let's not make it 2/3. Let's make it 3/2. That means you go up 3 across 2.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go up 2 across 1. Across 1. You go up 3 across 2. Right there. I'll go up 2 across 1. You go up 3 across 2. Alright. Well, I guess the thing is, you'll eventually cross, maybe if we go that way.
There, yeah.
Yeah. So,
See, I thought you were just talking about this way. 'Cause
Yeah,
if you
but-
go this way, you never cross.
but do you understand what I'm saying here now that, like, if I want a parallel line, I need to have the slope be the same. So, a parallel line is, this is probably the best way to describe a parallel line. It's when the slope is the same.
I remember like this.
I didn't teach it to you though, right?
No, it was in 8th grade.
Yeah, this is 8th grade stuff. All right. So if you have a line that is, something, then what is a line that is parallel to it? That's where the slope is the same. I'm going to make this problem up off the top of my head, but let's try it. Let's say I have a line 3y minus 2x equals 5. Find a line that is parallel to this that goes through the point 1, 2. All right. This is a good problem. This is a very common allowed problem that I would give you. All right. I just finished making your final exam. It's got like 33 questions. They're all multiple choice questions, A, B, C, D, E. So I gave you a lot, and I'm going to give you like 4 hours to solve it. So I think it's a fair exam, but I'm realizing that I don't think I covered parallel perpendicular lines or simultaneous equations or the distance equation. But all of those fall under the category of lines, so I need to teach it to you now before I give you the final exam. All right, first thing I would do, if I want to figure out what is a line that is what's the equation of a line that is parallel to this and goes through that point, here's what I would do. I would figure out what the slope of this line is. Telling the slope of this line straight from here is a little bit harder. Can I just do this? Did you see what I did?
Yeah.
I'm allowed to do that. All I did was I took the -2 and I put it over to that side. Made it +2.
Oh, okay.
Or -2x. Then I'm going to do this. We cool?
Yeah.
How? What did I do?
You took 3 and put it under 2, made it 2/3.
I divided by 3.
Yeah.
Why did I divide by 3?
Don't you have to do that to both sides? So?
There we go! There we go. I was worried there for a second.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I was just messing with you.
Okay.
On purpose. Because I'm a jerk. I'm just going to admit that right off the bat. Yeah, exactly. When you divide both sides by 3, you got to make sure you divide everything by 3.
Right.
So the slope of this line right here, the slope of this line, I mean, these are the same thing, but what's the slope? No, remember, y equals mx plus b, the slope is the thing in front of x.
Right. So
Y
2/3.
equals mx plus b, the m is the thing in front of x, so that's 2/3, right? We've gotten all the information that we need to out of this thing. All we need to do, really what this question is asking, is what is a line that has a slope of 2/3 that goes through that point 1, 2? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So, this is all the information I need. Does 5/3 come into play in this problem? No, it just so happens to be the point where it crosses that y, it crosses the y-axis, that's y-intercept of this line, but I don't care, because I'm trying to figure out the line
'Cause you
that
just
has
cancel that out.
no, I don't cancel it out. I'm trying to figure out a line that has a slope, has the same slope, but it goes through a totally different point.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Alright. Do you remember if you're given the slope, and you're given a point, do you remember what equation to use and all of that kind of stuff?
If you're given a slope
And a point.
and a point.
Mhm.
So like this and this?
I'm gonna erase this part, is that
Okay,
that's
yeah,
right?
that's fine.
Yeah, sure. Let's just erase that whole part.
I'm trying to remember. It's not the, oh, wait, you could have kept it. Okay.
So really what I did was I changed my question from what is a line that is parallel to, I don't know, I forgot what I wrote down. It was like, shoot, I shouldn't have erased it. It was 3y minus 2x equals 5. What's a line parallel to this line and goes to that point? I changed it to, the question is, what is a line that has a slope of 2/3 and goes to that point? Because that's the same question,
Yeah,
you know?
so we just worded it differently, but isn't that the line that has a slope of 2/3?
Well, I know that it's going to be y equals 2/3 x plus b, but I don't know what b is. See what I'm doing?
Oh, okay, yeah. Then B is,
Well, darn, if only I knew a x value and its corresponding y value, I could figure out what b is.
1 and 2 right there. So
There we
I was
go.
gonna say that.
So I can just say x is 1, y is 2.
Yeah.
If x is 1, then y equals 2. So I have 2 equals 2/3 times 1 plus b. Okay?
Mhm.
So 2 equals 2/3 plus b. How do I get b all by itself?
You cancel out.
I subtract the 2/3.
Yeah.
So I have 2 minus 2/3
Plus b.
equals b. No, I just took the 2/3 over, I didn't take the b over.
That's 1 and 1/3.
Yeah, it's 1/3. Oh, no, you're right, 1
1
and
and
1/3.
1/3.
You're right, sorry. 1 and 1/3, or 1.333. So what is my equation? Well, my equation is y equals 2/3 x plus what?
2/3 x plus 1. Wait, is it 1?
Yeah, 1 and 1/3.
Yeah, 1 and 1/3.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it, or 4/3. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how I would put it in my answer. So I would choose this as an answer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
How we doing online? You guys, your brains all right? Oh no. Oh, you can't. Try to erase that wood. Okay.
Is it nice